Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining us for another must-watch episode covering the Dallas Cowboys, America's team where the drama never sleeps and the headlines just keep getting juicier. If you're a diehard fan, or even a casual follower of the NFL, then buckle up, because what we're about to dive into could completely reshape the trajectory of the Cowboys' 2025 season. Today's episode is jam-packed with the latest rumors, breaking insider reports, injury updates, and potential blockbuster moves that could shift the balance of power in the NFC. The noise is loud, the stakes are high, and Dallas is once again sitting at the epicenter of the NFL's most talked about narratives. From a potential reunion with All-Pro cornerback Stephon Gilmore to eye-opening new developments around Micah Parsons, and of course, the very latest on Trevon Diggs and his battle to return from injury, this is one of those moments where Cowboys Nation needs to pay very close attention. Let's start with the headline that's generating massive buzz across social media and the NFL rumor mill. Could Stephon Gilmore be making his return to Dallas? According to multiple league sources and whispers from insiders close to the team, there's growing interest within the Cowboys front office to bring the former Defensive Player of the Year back into the fold. Gilmore, who played for the Cowboys during the 2023 season, left a significant mark on Dan Quinn's defense with his veteran presence, sharp instincts, and ability to lock down top receivers. After his one-year stint, he tested the free agency market, but as of now, he remains unsigned. And here's where it gets interesting. Dallas is reportedly considering reaching back out to Gilmore as insurance in the secondary following the latest setback to star cornerback Trevon Diggs. With Diggs still not fully back to 100% after his ACL tear and questions swirling around the depth behind him, the move to bring Gilmore back is gaining traction. Team insiders say the coaching staff has been closely monitoring Gilmore's workouts, and the veteran himself is said to be open to a reunion with the Cowboys if the price is right. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. While the Gilmore talks are still in the speculative stage, they're far from baseless. Dallas has been known to pull the trigger on late off-season acquisitions in the past, especially when veteran leadership and playoff experience are needed. With a roster built to win now, Jerry Jones and company know that depth in the secondary can be the difference between a deep playoff run and an early postseason exit. And Gilmore, even at 34, still has the savvy and skill set to contribute at a high level, especially in a rotational role or even as a starter opposite Darren Bland until Diggs is ready to return. Fans are split, with some calling for Dallas to invest in younger talent, while others believe that bringing back a proven veteran like Gilmore could be the missing puzzle piece for a championship-caliber defense. Either way, the conversations are happening, and this is a rumor that could turn into reality sooner than we think. Now let's turn our attention to another massive storyline coming straight from Cowboys training camp, and this one involves none other than Micah Parsons, the heartbeat of the Dallas defense, and one of the most electrifying players in the entire league. NFL insider Ian Rapoport recently dropped a report that raised eyebrows around the league, suggesting that Parsons could see a shift in his role this season. According to the insider buzz, Dan Quinn and the Cowboys coaching staff are exploring the idea of reducing Parsons' snaps as a full-time edge rusher and utilizing him more in hybrid roles that include inside linebacker and even coverage responsibilities. The idea, according to sources, is to maximize Parsons' versatility while preserving his body for the long haul. Remember, Parsons has taken a beating in the trenches over the past 2 seasons, regularly facing double teams and chip blocks as a pass rusher. This new strategy aims to not only protect the team's defensive cornerstone but also unleash his full potential across the field. Some fans are excited about the possibilities. Imagine Parsons dropping into coverage and picking off a pass, or spying mobile quarterbacks like Jalen Hurts and Daniel Jones. Others, however, are concerned that moving him away from the edge could dull his biggest weapon, his pass rushing ability. After all, Parsons has racked up sacks at an elite pace and has become a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Why fix what isn't broken? It's a fair question, and one that the Cowboys coaching staff will need to answer through training camp reps and preseason experimentation. What's clear is that the team views Parsons not just as a linebacker or a pass rusher, but as a defensive weapon in the mold of a prime Von Miller or even a younger version of Lawrence Taylor, someone who can change the game from any spot on the field. Of course, all of this discussion about the defense leads us to the one name that continues to loom large: Trevon Diggs. Diggs, who suffered a devastating ACL tear early in the 2023 season, has been working tirelessly to make his comeback. The latest update out of Oxnard is that Diggs has been participating in individual drills but has yet to be fully cleared for contact. While the team is optimistic about his progress, there's a growing sense that Dallas might take a cautious approach with their star cornerback. Don't be surprised if Diggs begins the season on a pitch count, or even on injured reserve with a short-term designation, giving him extra time to recover fully without risking re-injury. This could explain the renewed interest in Stephon Gilmore, as well as the team's increased reps for younger corners like Eric Scott Jr. and Nashan Wright. Sources close to the Cowboys say the team is prioritizing long-term health over short-term availability when it comes to Diggs, and for good reason. He's a foundational piece of the secondary, a ballhawk who can shift the momentum of a game in a single play. Rushing him back too early could be catastrophic not just for this season but for his career. And while Diggs has been vocal about wanting to return to full action, the medical staff is reportedly urging patience. It's a delicate balance. The defense wants him on the field, the fans are hungry for his return, but the franchise understands the value of playing the long game. Expect updates to continue trickling in over the next couple of weeks, especially as we approach preseason action and roster cut-down deadlines. Meanwhile, Cowboys training camp continues to deliver surprises and shakeups. Players like Juan Thomas and rookie Kalen Carson have been flashing during camp, taking advantage of the extra reps available with Diggs sidelined. The coaching staff has been impressed by their instincts and physicality, and while it's too early to say whether either of them can crack the final 53-man roster, their performance adds an extra layer of intrigue to an already competitive secondary. This could also factor into the decision of whether or not to bring back Gilmore. If the young guys continue to impress, Dallas might roll the dice on internal development rather than making a splashy veteran signing. And let's not forget about the ripple effects all of this has on the defensive unit as a whole. With Parsons potentially playing in more flexible roles, Leighton Vander Esch's responsibilities as the defensive quarterback become even more crucial. The synergy between the linebackers and secondary needs to be airtight, especially with a schedule that includes matchups against high-octane offenses like the 49ers, Eagles, and Lions. Every missed assignment, every blown coverage, could be the difference between a win and a loss. That's why decisions made now, whether it's signing Gilmore, redefining Parsons' role, or pacing Diggs' return, are so pivotal. In the bigger picture, the Cowboys are entering this season with sky-high expectations. After years of playoff disappointment, the pressure is mounting to finally break through and make a serious Super Bowl push. The offense, led by Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and Tony Pollard, looks primed to put up points, but it's the defense that many believe will be the key to Dallas' success. And this defense, as talented and deep as it is, still hinges on the health and deployment of its superstars Parsons, Diggs, and potentially Stephon Gilmore. So what's next for the Cowboys? Will they pull the trigger and bring Gilmore back for one last run at a ring? Will Parsons thrive in a new role, or will the team revert him back to a full-time edge rusher if the experiment doesn't pan out? And most importantly, how will the Cowboys manage Trevon Diggs' comeback without jeopardizing the integrity of their season? These are the questions that will shape the narrative in the weeks to come, and as always, we'll be right here bringing you every twist, every update, and every development. That's going to wrap it up for today's deep dive into the swirling rumors and breaking news surrounding the Dallas Cowboys. If you made it this far, you're clearly a dedicated member of Cowboys Nation, and we appreciate your support. Make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you never miss a moment of the action. Whether it's a blockbuster signing, a shocking injury update, or a game-changing coaching decision, we'll be the first to break it down for you. Until next time, stay locked in, stay passionate, and as always, go Cowboys.